refreshment, something to eat. The bar downstairs is open all the time.
Yeah.
Toilets are all found towards the back of the boat. Now as we run through into London, folks, for the people who just joined us, we'll do a little guide running through. So above us here, the only bridge in the world insured with Lloyd's of London as a ship. Tower Bridge has its own captain, engineer and deck crew. But it's also the boundary. We've left the docks, we're now in the city. So on the right, guarding our city, we have the fortress called the Tower. 26 towers, every one of them with a bit of gruesome history. Now if you look just past the marquee on your right, you'll see the White Tower, Central Keep. Look at the roof, look at each corner. Each corner has a different design. They say it took 300 years to build the Central Keep. Look to the one far right at the back. It's a round one. That's where we had the original observatory in London before they moved it to Greenwich. Now look above you on the right, you can see all the glass monsters slowly taking over London's skyline. Over here on your left, well, this entire stretch of the river between the bridges belongs to the Qatari royal family, and that tall glass building there, the Old Shard, well, that is a building which is all about money. At the top is the most expensive viewing gallery in the world. Underneath it you've got 40 floors of luxury apartments. Round the middle you've got lots of bars and restaurants, and at the bottom one of London's very few 6-star luxury hotels. They can make your money disappear in that hotel faster than a casino. Now the warship on the left, the Belfast, she's been here 50 years. British sea power at its best when it was built. You see up the top the old radar scanner. She was one of the first British vessels equipped with radar, which helped her to sight and sink the German battleship Charles, which was 3 times her size. Here to the right, behind the trees, that's the Custom House. Now the building behind it, that's the Walkie Talkie. Now when this was built, it caused a few problems because of its design. Look at the front, it's concave. So when the sun was shining, it was hitting the front of that building and bouncing down onto the cars opposite and literally burning the paint on brand new cars. So the top half had to have a non-reflective glass. The blue glass monster on your right, one of the many private banks where people thought they could hide their money. But on your left here, this old warehouse, look, London Bridge Hospital, specialising in heart attacks. Not the one you have to get in, it's the one you have on the way out, when you get the bill for all your treatment. Now behind it, the glass building, the little one, that's now the headquarters of the Sun newspapers group, that famous comic. Now, London Bridge in front of us. Now the last London Bridge was literally underneath the bridge you've got in front of you. We took it away like a giant jigsaw puzzle. Every stone was numbered, shipped out to Lake Havasu City in Arizona. So we've got New London Bridge and they got Old London Bridge. Now if you look to the left, behind the trees, this is Southwark Cathedral. John Harvard, who founded Harvard University, that's where he was baptised. Now the windows of the cathedral were blown out during the Second World War. Harvard University paid for replacements. Look along the left, the grey warehouses known as Winchester Wolves. The bishops of Winchester own the land. They had a prison called the Clink. So if you've ever heard the old saying, being sent to the Clink means going to prison, it's underneath that round glass tower in the background to the left, just for tourists. Look under the bridge on the right. It might be embarrassing for you, but not for them people in there because they can't see you. They've got tinted glass. That's the relaxation room after they've had an afternoon in the gym. Now on the right we've got a barge here, and this is how we take away our rubbish. We don't waste our rubbish anymore. When it's taken from here, it goes to incinerators in South London to create electricity. What's left over is a grey dust, and that's then sold on to breeze blocks manufacturers as well. Now this is Southwark Bridge above us, least used bridge in London, as you see. But when we go through, look up to the right, look at the top of the first building, there's a big badge. The badge of the Vintners Company. The people who work here have a terrible job. They have to test and taste all the wines, beers and spirits imported into London. As we say, it's a terrible job, but someone's got to do it.